There's a lot with people, don't they? They do a bootleg, and then the label hears it in this current day anyway, and thinks, well, let me put that out as a proper release. We'll just clear it with the original artist.
I mean,
like Men at Work. That's a Men at Work record.
And the actual guy who wrote it is actually, I think his name's on the release, so it's all official. I think it's the biggest streaming drum and bass tune ever.
So basically, the biggest stream drum and bass song all time is a bootleg.
Yeah,
basically. That shows the power of the bootleg in drum and bass.
SaSaSaS show! Best of the best of the best with the very fresh flow!
Yes.
What's happening, man?
We're back.
Season 2.
Hey.
Kick off, man.
Okay, so first of all, we've got to say Shabba's not here at the moment. He's running late, so we're going to kick off.
He's doing a photo shoot for
He's doing
something like that.
something like that. I can't remember, but it was a big deal thing, you know what I mean? So he's got to do his thing, you know what I mean?
I was greeted with a lovely pint of lager today.
I brought my own water.
But it's the first time. It's normally a just juice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the first time. It's a very hot day, and a very nice man down there said, "Do you want a pint of lager?"
Well, it's actually Aaron and who runs Fire nightclub.
So big up
you know
to
what I
them.
mean?
He saw me and he was like, "Have a drink, man."
Yeah. He didn't say that to me. He took me around the club to have a look at what they'd done, but he never actually offered me a drink.
You just on this one.
Yeah.
That's just Fantasies vodka in there.
Yeah. Shh. Say nothing.
Yeah.
So listen, we want to welcome you to another episode of SaSaSaS, Life and Laughter. Here with myself and Harry Shotter.
Yeah,
and do you know what? We want to just say, remember to like, subscribe, do all those things. Yeah, like, subscribe, the lot. Leave a review, share it to your friends because it really helps the community and that. And big love to everybody that's been locked in. Last season was wicked. It ended on a high with those interviews.
It was incredible, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up our special guest who passed through DJ Rap. That was mad insightful, man, to hear about how she first came up in the game and what it was like for a female, and even what she does now in the game as an artist and the longevity. That was incredible. Goddard, for him to pass through and share his knowledge as almost like a guy who's gone from the underground to the mainstream very quickly. Very unique experience compared to a lot of other drum and bass producers. So that was really interesting. And the fact he came down and repped, made a long journey. That was
a long journey, big.
Had a lot of fun with Brian G.
Well, Brian G and Jordan. And you know what?
That was the maddest episode.
As we said in that episode, I watched that the other day.
I watched it back,
I'll tell you why, because I was trying to find a clip to post up about you lot, Arsenal losing the title. What we said in the thing.
But there's nothing.
But there was loads. There was loads. Yeah, you was kind of gassed.
I was.
But anyway, what I noticed on that episode is there were so many people talking at once.
That was mad.
It was actually quite, even I was a bit
to
like,
process
whoa,
it.
Man. It was
crazy,
it was mad.
Fun,
it was
definitely one of the most fun episodes.
It was definitely jokes.
I said to Brian, why do you support Chelsea? Do you remember? He goes, because I like the lion on the show.
Well, do you know what made me laugh? And I put it into our Chelsea group. We got a drum and bass Chelsea fans group. And I videoed of him going, everything's changed. Putin messed the club up, even the catering. I was just laughing.
The episode was jokes, man. It was so much banter.
That did crack me up. So big love to everyone. Listen, towards in this season as well, we will be getting some more guests here. So we will say that. So first of all, I think we should start today's one. Let's talk about the drum and bass music, but bootlegs in drum and bass.
Yeah, because this whole bootleg thing is like a big thing now, isn't it? Like when you think about it, you know, I think let's take it way back. Let's take it back to jungle. Like technically they were doing bootlegs back then because they'd take a big hip hop tune or they'd take a rare groove tune or a ragga tune and then put it in the jungle. So technically bootlegs and that style of taking something from another genre and putting it into the 170 or 160 BPM has always been there. So it's not like it's something out the blue. But it's definitely something that I've noticed that is a big thing now. If you look at, let's say Charlie T, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she did have a feature on her Radio 1 show, Bootleg of the Week.
Oh, right, I didn't know that.
So people would come in. I saw the Polar and Bryson one. I see Molly Collins did one. A few people, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And she would literally, they'd pick any tune they want, like a tune from another genre, and they would do a bootleg of it, and she'd listen to it live on and give a reaction kind of thing. So, I mean, that's at the highest level of Radio 1, they're doing that. But we know through doing SaSaS from early that Mackie G was on that
big time.
Super early. Like I'd be traveling to a gig with Mackie and we'd hear a tune on One Extra on the weekend being the set with a drum and bass drop. So he was on that from early, and I think that was, you know, that was obviously, it was a derivative of what was going on in jungle, like I say, back in the day, but he brought that to the mainstream and then everyone started doing these bootlegs. And I think it's good because sometimes when you're doing like a drum and bass set in say you're doing it in Reading or Leeds Festival or certain places where they don't know the music as well. It's a good link.
Of course it is.
People put their hands in the air, they know that song, and then they hear a dirty drop. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's that thing where people might not be straight D&B heads that go to the regular sort of club nights and stuff, but they like drum and bass. Yeah. And if they're hearing these sort of things that they're familiar with in the sets at festivals and that, it's a hands up in the air movement. And it's become something now, because drum and bass, I think, is literally on every festival now. It's like you can't just go up there and let's just say play a dark set or just play rollers or you know, even if it's not your bag, you have to incorporate a little bit of the biggest tunes into your set.
I think it's a great thing, but it's also a little bit of a disconnect at the moment, because like you could just walk into any high street store and you'll hear drum and bass in the background. So drum and bass is at a time now where it's everywhere. It's on the TV. I mean, it's always been on TV, but it's a lot more in your face. But the problem is when you go to like shows or festivals or clubs, I believe there's that disconnect between what is played like on radio or what is played like in stores and just generally commercial stuff to what is played in underground clubs. So the bootleg is the bridge between the both, I believe. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because what it is like, you know...
When you say a disconnect, what do you mean by disconnect?
Well, I think what's happened is like, people are like falling in love with drum and bass with things like, say, Goddard's and Venby's tune, and you know, an absolutely amazing tune. And then other big tunes like that that have drawn them into the music and be like, oh, I love a bit of drum and bass. And then they'll go to, I don't know, say Motion or whatever, Ministry of Sound, and then they'll hear someone play that, and then the next song is an underground thing. Whereas what it is like, oh, what's this? There's no connect, because they might not be hardened fans.
I get it. So that bootleg is there, like that's the bit they know, hands in the air, TikTok moment, bang, get that moment, dirty drop, go mad for that. You know what I mean?
And
it's the way that the new generation are consuming music is very different. I mean, I can't remember who posted it. Someone done a big post on Twitter and it got a lot of interaction at like, when you're trying to take people on a journey through music now, and if that's your particular style as a DJ, with the younger generation now, it's very hard, because it's not just in drum and bass. They have a limited attention span. It's in everything. I think we touched on it, that your daughter even watched a film at like a certain amount of speed to get through it quicker.
That's right,
And like, this is just how they consume things now. It's all quick, very quick. And like, you know, if you was like to listen to a LTJ Bookham set back in the day, that doesn't necessarily move like that, because the music is supposed to dealt with like that. So it doesn't lend itself to all of the DJs across the spectrum of drum and bass who might play deeper, liquid, vocals, whatever. It does lend itself to people who are putting in a quick like hook of something and then a banging drop, and then like that lasts maybe 16 bars, not even 32 sometimes, and they're on to the next one. It's super quick, the mixing. How do you feel about that as a DJ yourself? Like, are you good with the quick mixing, or would you rather like let things roll something?
No, you know what it is? I mean, well, Mackie and I, like, you know, I always remember that Rampage set we done. You know, I remember looking at the comments on YouTube and people saying like, I love the way that they're just, the tunes are moving so quickly, and they, you know, so what it is, you'd get a drop and then 16 bars. Like say Mackie drops that, I'm already got like the mix is coming in, and then like bam. So what it does, it keeps it moving, it keeps it exciting, and also as well, what I find is like, it's very hard to keep a crowd up the whole time. Do you know, it is hard. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is what they do is they'll go yes to the drop, and then if you let that tune play to the middle breakdown, they're going to be just sort of like swinging from left to right. Whereas as an artist, you want them going mad all the time. Do you understand what I mean?
Do you want them going mad for like 60 minutes?
Yeah, why not, man?
Don't you want them to sort of take a breather and then come back and go, yes, a moment?
Well, that's what the breakdowns are for.
I mean,
so take a breather, put your hands in the air, and then here comes a drop. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. But what I've noticed what I've noticed over the last sort of year is you've got DJs, they're doing like triples, like, so they're dropping something, quickly dropping something again. But what's happened is now producers are actually making music like that. So me and Captain Bass have got something. Lude just played it. Big up Lude, by the way. He just sent us a video of him playing at this massive festival, and he played the tune going, bruv, this went off. And what it is it actually does that. It drops, and then it goes, so that's like, and then it drops again.
So you're throwing in something that's
almost like 3
to
drops.
The audience, because they're used to now sort of, you know, it might be a new, so I'm just going to use Headaches. Let's just say, so Headaches song drops, but then someone like Andy C might mix in an older song into that. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Well, the thing is, what we're doing is when we're making the music now, we're making it with that in mind.
Right.
So what it is...
Why are you doing that?
Because why not? It's fun.
Oh, you're doing it because it's fun?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how
No, but it just stops it from being boring. Do you know what I mean? If you think about it, there's 12 notes on a keyboard. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's only so many things you can play.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? And like, obviously, you've got endless sounds that you can use, but still, it's about. I just think the attention span's so
I know what you mean.
short.
I remember like years ago when Original Sin was making tunes, and there'd be so much flips in the music, there'd be so much switches and changes compared to everyone else would just do their drop.
Yeah.
Breakdown,
Yeah.
and then a variation on the second drop, and that was kind of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It
Whereas
was a cut and paste
Sin
job.
was doing a lot of different things, with percussion, different like therapy. Remember that? tune? Like,
sick. Do you know what? I had that in my head, funny enough. That's
that
so weird.
That was almost like the birth of that kind of thing, man. And then obviously Pendulum did it with Volt as well.
Yes, that's true. Exactly. Yeah, and then also. They done that with the one was I think it's called Masochist. Yeah, it's called Masochist. Okay, yeah. Where it goes in the jungle.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I know.
Yeah. So what it is that they were doing that years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what it is this kind of mod. That's a good one. I might draw that back out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what it is now you're kind of getting that. It's like false drop after, so it's like a drop, a false drop, and then a drop.
Oh, you open up another can of worms now.
Go on.
The false drop.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I like it.
But
in moderation.
Oh, okay.
Every song, that is an absolute nightmare for an MC. Every song.
I hear what you're saying. Can I tell you something? I've got
this is going back to your point as well, while we're talking about this. It's like, when you were saying what you and Mackie were doing at Rampage, that was fresh then. If everyone does the same shit, it no longer becomes fresh.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
As a raver, when you used to go to a dance, you'd want like Ed Russian to come on and do their thing.
Yeah.
Rocky to come on and do his thing. And the sets used to be really different back then.
Yeah.
Whereas like it got to the point where like no one's listening to each other's sets because everyone's working around the country and coming in, and then everyone's playing the same tunes.
Yeah.
Throughout.
But I also think
from a perspective of a raver, it's like hearing the same tunes all night, man.
Well, I mean, I think that's been a problem for a while with hearing the same tunes. But there is a thing like, I mean, I got contacted by one of the biggest promo companies today and actually said, thanks for your support on this tune. Have you got any videos of you playing it for our socials? And like, I was just like, wow. Now, as an artist, everybody, definitely as a DJ, everybody's looking for that clip to put up online to show, oh, look at me, look how great I am. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
or the tune going off.
Yeah. So, and that's what it is. That is where we are at the moment. It's like, what better way?
Is that to seek validation from who? Bookers? Is that to seek validation from the audience?
I mean, to me,
what are we chasing clout?
No, to me, and I've said this for years. I still say it now. The most important people in this whole thing is the ravers, the people that support drum and bass. They're more important than anyone else. DJs, MCs, bookers, whatever, because they're the people that come out, see you on the flyer, come out and support. Yeah, so if you can entertain them, that's the most important thing. Everything else will fall into place off of that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But like even like I was in a meeting the other day, and we've got like a video for an upcoming single that we've got, and the crowd go off, and the discussion was, right, so when are we going to drop this video? I was like, well, I think I already might have dropped it. You know what I mean? Like, I just put it out, and then it was, oh no, what we need to do is we need to hold it back so that we can just drop it around release time. I said there'll be plenty more before release time. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the thing is it's from a DJ producer perspective, I believe we're doing it for, we want to get that crowd reaction. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? And then put it up online, and, I mean, I've seen some videos of people like playing stuff. And weirdly enough, I think if you have a track that gets a great reaction, like people will gravitate to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, and this is sick. I need to play this, because at the end of the day, all everyone wants as a DJ is a crowd reaction. I suppose it's like you as an MC, you want to sing back. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? When you do a bar, you want the ravers to sing your bars back to you. Do you understand what I mean? So
it's more for the crowd reaction as opposed to sort of chasing numbers or trying to get clout.
I think so.
Right, okay.
But
it's different, I guess.
Another thing as well is what leads to the bootleg thing is, Lude done, well, it wasn't a bootleg. It was at first, but it actually got officially done, the Down Under
Yeah,
song.
that happens a lot with people, don't they? They do a bootleg, and then the label hears it in this current day anyway, and thinks, well, let me put that out as a proper release. We'll just clear it with the original artist.
Well, I think
get a load of publishing.
Yeah, but what happened was, I mean,
like Men at Work. That's a Men at Work record.
Yeah. And the actual
old
guy who wrote it is actually, I think his name's on the release, so it's all official.
Yeah, of course.
And
it has to be.
And I think it's the biggest streaming drum and bass tune ever.
So basically, the biggest stream drum and bass song all time is a bootleg.
Yeah,
yeah.
Basically,
that shows the power of the bootleg in drum and bass.
Mad, isn't it? And then I think the second biggest, correct me if I'm wrong, Sigma.
Yeah, which is Kanye West.
Nobody to Love.
Nobody to Love.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so what's happened is, like, you get these A&R guys at labels that are looking. They see obviously what happens to Lude's song. And they obviously know what happened with Sigma's song. Yeah. And what they're doing is they're chasing it. And I just think it's like anything, when it becomes saturated.
Yeah. It becomes dead. And it gradually dies out because people are like onto the next thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, like that's the thing, man. A&Rs and record labels, they always see something that happens organically. Yeah. And then they want to recreate it. But you can never recreate those organic moments. You'll never do it like Lude did it. No. And you'll never do it like the Sigma thing, because they was almost not on purpose. Yeah. That's what I think. Even SaSaS, mate, going back to what we did. Yeah. That was for a one-off show at Area. Yeah. And then big up Grant slamming vinyl. Yeah. He wanted it at Westfest. Yeah. And then suddenly we're getting people wanting to book this thing. Yeah. We're like, we thought we'd only do this a couple of times. If that. Because it's like, it's just something we did. Yeah. We didn't have no master plan.
Yeah, no.
And I doubt Lude did. Yeah. He just heard something and did his thing, and it's become the biggest stream drum and bass song of all time.
It's mad.
You know, look, I spoke to Mackie when he made Tour. Yeah. Which is another massively streamed. Like, I think it's platinum or gold or
one of the platinum, two, definitely, massive, of course.
Like, in terms of the streams. And I remember him playing it to me at his house, man. Big up Mackie. He did a little photo shoot for me that day. He did some stuff done. He's a little cameraman on the choir. Yeah. He did a little photo shoot for me. And afterwards he took me upstairs and he played me the tune. I was like, bro, that tune's special. Yeah. There's something about that tune. He goes, you think so? I'm like, yeah, bro, honestly. Yeah. But he didn't sit down and go like, I'm going to make the biggest streaming record of all time. Yeah, no. And that's what these labels do. That's where they go wrong. They think, let me put the piece of this producer, that singer, that vocalist, that person who gets 1 million streams, that person whose TikTok's really hot, put them all in the studio, and I'm going to get the same results as Lude or whatever, big tune.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, man.
You know, it's...
Paint by numbers never works.
No, it never works. The thing is what I find is, if I owned a major label, what I would do is I would go to each genre of music and I would handpick a team of people from there. Yeah. You know, I'd go to grime and go, right, let me get JME. And you know, I just pull them in, like give them a nice wage and go, right, tell me who's the hottest. Go to drum and bass, pull in some people. Tell me who's and like, but what it is they just don't do that. I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? And it really baffles me. Like they know us all. Do you understand what I mean? They know who we are. They call us up and they're like, you know, they'll chat to us. Yeah, of course they want the info, of course. Do you know what I mean? But I've always, that's always made me scratch my head. I don't know whether it's A&R people just protecting themselves because, you know, they obviously don't want to lose their jobs.
Yeah, a lot of the industry as well, like, it's very incestuous. They work with management teams they know. They work with production teams they've worked with in the past. So an artist might come to them who's hot, who's got a lot of traction, who's got a lot of streams. They'll straight away put them with people that they've worked with before in studio to do writing sessions and everything else. It's not like it's not like sometimes who's hot, you know, it's who they've worked with for the last 10, 15 years. Who's done this hit, that hit, that. Oh, them guys have made 20 hits for us. Whack this new kid in the studio. That's just kind of how the industry works, as opposed to the streets that are more on who's hot, who's flipping, who's got the best bars, who's got the best production, who's got the new look, who's got the new style. That's what the streets on. The industry seems to just go with the sort of tried and tested route. You know what I mean?
So, you know, like, if you think about, like, you know, when you just said who's hot and who's not. So if you're like out there now, like I was actually thinking about this the other day, like, you know, who's out there do you think like is creating a wave, but is new that you wouldn't have heard of in series 1 of this podcast?
On the MC side of things in drum and bass, there's definitely a few that are coming through and doing their thing. Wiser would obviously be an obvious person who's like,
but we would have talked about her in season 1.
We would have spoken about Wiser, we would have spoken about Westman, so I have to take that bracket out.
What about J Wills, Load B, people like that?
I would have to say honestly, the one who has been in the scene and came back and won the MC competition at Mike Masters is Godders.
Oh yes.
He's an absolute beast. Viking.
We got to mention, big up all of the guys that came down to Mike Masters. Thank you so much. It was such a great night.
Yeah.
Even though the date was moved due to the rail strike, and then there was another rail strike either side.
Either side.
It was still an amazing turnout.
Yeah,
like Fabric was so happy. They want us to do it again, which is great. So big love for that. But yes, competition. So that room was rammed all night.
That room was
rammed.
Absolutely amazing, man. And you know, I ended up judging that by myself, man. And it was just like, there's something about that guy, Godders, man. So I would say he was around, so that's why people know about him. They're glad he's back and all that, you know what I'm saying? But he is definitely a beast of a lyricist. His flow patterns and everything else. He is someone in that lane to be seen as a very serious artist.
Who else was on there? I know
production.
Just quickly on the MCs, if he was on there, and there was a few others there as well.
There's a guy called Ritz who was brand new as well. I need to hear more from him because he killed his submission. Fly, absolutely. We've got the mad flows from it, but Flight's always been original with the flows. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's been around a long time. He used to MC with X and Herbsy and all the guys and best of
Yes, because I asked you if that was the same Flight from back in the day. Yeah.
Big up to Flight because he's coming back in the game.
Yeah,
so
good.
I respect the fact he humbled himself in a sense.
Yeah.
No, I'll do the competition.
I'll
put my name in that. Do you know what I mean? I want to get back in the ring.
It's funny because I had MCCD, big up Chris. He actually hit me up the other day going, yo, bro, this Mike Masters thing. And I was like, you got to speak to Shutter and Shabs. And he's like, I was going to enter the competition. I said, bro,
you should have done.
Do it, man. It's like,
the MC competition that we did was open to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely everybody.
I think he probably felt that maybe he should have. But anyway, listen, as you say, it's open to everybody. But producer wise, so there's a couple of like people that I've spotted that we have never mentioned before that are really exciting me in terms of like production wise, and one of them is a kid called Jenks.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it the other day. Yeah.
So like he's like listen, mate, he's 17 and he's making music like he's making at 17. That's dangerous.
I still need to listen.
What's he gonna listen? I'll send you a load of stuff. He's on it. We've got a collab coming soon, which is it's exciting. And another guy, and actually I spotted this guy because he's worked with someone I know. There's a guy called Benny.
Okay.
Literally Benny. Bennie. You gotta go check him out, right? So I was talking to our distro the other day, and I was like, bro, this guy Benny, man, like every time he makes a tune, I'm like, this is sick. Like every time, and he's got that kind of like jungly vibe, but modern. Do you know what I mean? And but it's modern though. And I was like, I want to hit him up, and he's like, yeah, hit him up, man. So I just messaged him going, bruv, like I'm loving the music, and he just went, yeah, here, and just piled me up with bruv.
I love that.
I'm like, damn, like so big up Benny.
I've actually thought of a couple more actually while I'm saying this. I don't know if we've spoken about Jay Muller before. Like X-Man's son. I don't know if we've spoken about him much on the podcast.
No, I don't think we have. But
obviously, in the lockdown, he went and done a little stream with X, and he got on the mic and he done that lyric that went off on that beat. He released a tune off the back of it on the same beat.
Yeah.
Wicked. I've had him in the studio since then.
Yeah.
Done some bits together. Love his energy. Love his whole vibe. Love the way he spits because he didn't really grow up listening to, even though his dad's X-Man, he didn't really grow up listening to drum and bass. He grew up listening to drill and rap and that kind of
Isn't he doing a new thing, drill and bass?
Drill and bass.
Yeah.
So you can hear the flow is a little bit more drilly on the drum and bass.
Yeah.
But he's moving leaps and bounds now.
Yeah.
They're out every weekend together now.
I'll see that. Yeah.
I think they've branded it now. I think it's called Modern Music.
Yeah.
Obviously it's family.
Yes, MTM.
So I don't know if you mentioned Jay before, but he's really doing his thing. And there's someone else called Shakes.
Okay, I've not heard of Shakes.
Shakes is crazy, man. Like I done a show with Azza and Grimer, Amplify, and Intense, and P Money as well, actually, up on Pyro. And
wait a minute, is it that really tall guy?
Yeah, but he's only 17.
No way. He was sick, you know.
Incredible. Yeah. Again, more from the grime, rap kind of background, but.
I see the videos.
I was watching the flow like, I hadn't even heard him before. And he just came in. I think Grimer brought him in.
Yes, that's right.
I remember, Grimer brought him in and it was like, so Shake's the kid.
Yeah.
Watch for him. I think he's going to do a lot of big stuff out here. So those would be two names.
What about Tommy B? Do you know
Tommy B, man? Yeah, I love what he does, man. Obviously, he's incredible on the grime side. And
I'm in the studio next week with him.
Mate, his album that he did. You listen to his album?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah,
first tune on that, I love it. I listen to it all the time.
Someone actually told me about his album. I can't remember now. I think it might have been Kinetics told me to check him out.
Mate, his journey of like, you know, like he talks about that all in his album, addiction and things like that, and
he's only young,
alcohol and all that. Yeah, but things happen early these days, mate. But yeah, he talks about that journey, and also he's sober now, and he's talking about sobriety and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he's a wicked lyricist, man. Got a lot of love for him, man.
Yeah,
big West Ham fan and all that.
Is he? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll tell you what though. Like it's mad. It's great to see like so many like so much great potential talent. Yeah. Coming through, do you know what I mean?
One more.
No, go for it.
It's open now. You've heard of Songer?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Songer, bad boy.
Yeah.
Bad boy. His album, there's certain tunes on that I just get lost in him. Yeah. He's like a modern day poet to me. Yeah. He's like, you know, I don't want to compare him to the Streets because he can rap in it. I'm not saying Mike Skinner can't rap, but it was more of a talking thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I think Songer is like that voice that the Streets kind of was for that generation. Yeah. Like he's cold.
I want to talk to you about the Streets as well, right? So have you heard about this underground movement going on? Honestly, listen, anyone that knows me, you'll know that I was around back in the rave days. Yeah. Like, you know, through acid house, like jungle techno. Well, even before Euro, rave, jungle techno, everything. Yeah. There's a whole movement at the moment of like 91, 92, 93 rave and jungle music being made now, like by new young artists coming through, going out and like absolutely smashing it out. There's an old record label called Night Force. Okay. They had an event at Scala last year, sold out.
Okay, so are they making, I'm just going to clarify what the music is. Is it like, say, Shades of Rhythm type music?
That type of music, okay, but old hardcore. Yeah. So I was talking to Doug.
So like basically that song, was it? It's the last chance for you to dance with me.
Yeah, but not like that era, but not that song, but not that particular song.
No, but I'm saying that's high pitch vocal.
Yeah. Bruv, I'm telling you now.
To another dimension, but prodigy.
Bruv, all of that. It blew my mind. I was like, what? How did I not even know about this whole movement going on?
Crazy. And his kids making it. Not
Bruv, kids. There's like, I'm trying to think of the name. There's like Jay Cunning, Jay Cunning's a legend. Yeah, he's been around. So I called him up because it was Doug's that went to me, have you heard about this like hardcore like jungle movement going on? I was like, no. So there's a guy called Tim Reaper, who's one of the main, big up Tim. He's one of the main guys doing it. There's a guy called, there's a lady called Mixtress. She's and the reason I mentioned them two, Pete Cannon. I got to mention Pete Cannon. So Pete Cannon is an absolute genius. I'm talking about, like, man, if you see in his studio, he's got all this proper outboard stuff, and he's working on on the Amiga and that, and he's got the hardcore breaks going, and he's plugging it all in. It's just next level anyway. Yeah. So like, what's happened is, the reason I thought about it is because when you said the Streets is Pete Cannon and Mixtress. They done a bootleg. Weirdly enough, we're talking about bootlegs. They done a bootleg. They done a bootleg of the Streets, one of the Streets' old classics.
Oh, okay.
And they obviously. Oh my God!
Blinded by the Lights.
That's the one. Oh my God, that is the one.
My favourite Street song.
That is the one. So
my favourite Street song. For anyone who ever used to mess around with certain things back in the day, you know that tune. Bad Boy.
So that tune there, they've remixed it. Yeah. Basically, they were just playing it on their streams and their raves and all that, like they're playing at. And obviously the label, or Mike Skinner's got on it, or the label. Yeah. It's apparently it's like being officially going to be official remix.
And this is the thing.
So you're going to see hardcore coming back into or hardcore jungle coming back.
Well, look at the way even in our scene, you're getting like on the third drop or the second drop now, rather than just like a little switch. You're getting a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, well, we've got it on this new track I've done with Captain Bass.
Honestly, I'm hearing it. Obviously, I'm in the club every week, man, all the festivals, and I'm hearing it, man. And they're liking it as well. Yeah.
Groove Rider don't like it though.
Do you know what it is?
Did you see what he put up? Big up Groove. He put up, because what's with this fall to the floor in drum and bass? And I laughed. I think I replied just going LOL.
That's a bit like me with the full strop. I like it, but just not every tune, man.
Yeah.
But when I know you mean.
All right. So what about if we did this, producers? Listen. What if we did this, right? If we went boom, then full strop. Would that help you?
What's that?
Because then you could still get in the flow.
Do you know I want to big up? I want to big up Ego Tripping, right?
Yeah, go on.
Because he does the full strop, but he doesn't do it where it all comes out and there's a film sample and some other weird noise and everything to throw you off. He does it so the rhythm keeps going.
Yeah.
and that you can still speak
Dun,
to him.
dun, 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 dun,
He's
dun,
sick with it. I told him, literally, I told him that at the end. I worked with him the other week, man. I said, brother, I like the way you do the full drops. Because you still keep the rhythm rolling.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like trying to get all funky with it, man. Like it's jazz or something.
Yeah. Oh, mate. But that's so weird.
Like, I like it to a certain extent.
No, but it's so weird about like about the bootleg, like, the hardcore bootleg getting picked up and that. But listen, there's this whole underground scene going on. And I just come across it by accident, just through a conversation with Doug's, and Doug said to me, "Oh yeah, you should speak to Jay Cunning." Spoke to Jay. Jay's like, "Bro, I'll send you loads of tunes." Now, weirdly enough, during lockdown, I actually produced, because I sell a load of my old vinyl. We repressed a load of the old vinyl. I made an old tune like in 2021 was when I made it. Yeah, so we were just coming out of lockdown, and I just thought, let me do one to 145 BPM. Anyway, I sent it to the mastering guy, and he was like, "Oh, could you send me the original DAT of this?" And I laughed, and I was like, "Wicked."
That,
Yeah, because I was like, "No, I just made this now." And he went, "Oh, I thought it was a proper old thing." And I loved that, because that meant it was sounded authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I sent it. Like, I thought to myself, "Rah, these guys, I was just making it for fun."
Yeah.
So when I see Pete Cannon's there, and Reaper, Tim Reaper, and Mixtress, and all these people there, I just thought, you know what? So I hit them all up, and I was like, "Yo, I've done this tune," and they obviously know about us from back in the day, and they were like, wicked, like, and I was just like, wow, this is mad that there's these guys are like in their early 20s, and they are making what we were making 30 years ago. And Doug said to me, which is true, and I think Shabba's mentioned it a few times, about the 30-year cycle.
Cycles, yeah, man.
Mad, isn't it? Flares are back, by the way. Do you know that? Yeah. I haven't got
Urban
any.
Dub, I hope you didn't get rid of yours. Another flare. No, I get it, man. Yeah. Because I see it in hip hop as well. Like every now and again, there'll be like, that it'll go back to the boom bap sound. Like it's been 808s and trap and drill for so long, and suddenly like the hot new guys are all spitting on the shit that came back in the 90s, basically, or the same sound. Conways, Benny Butchers and all that. And it happened before with Jurassic 5 and Joey Badass. People like, they hear that sound and they think, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
I want to make some of this shit.
Yeah.
Happens in rock, it happens in all genres.
Yeah.
I think they hear something from that because it's something about that sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they want to recreate it kind of in their own way, but it's still that the essence of the sound is in it.
I actually see a video about like how like even music from the 20s and the 30s, and there was like a kind of a timeline of what influenced what, and it was like rock was influenced by jazz and blues, whatever, and all that, blues, and I was just like, wow, I would never have put all of them, stitched them together in a timeline. Do you know what I mean? I listen to jazz and I'm like, it's the complete polar opposite to rock. But if you think about dubstep is probably like a modern version of rock. Especially, if you think about it.
There's elements, man. There's elements. And even drum and bass, that rock energy in drum and bass, which is why a lot of the skateboard kids got into drum and bass through people like Pendulum and some of the fresh stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it had that rock kind of energy in it. There's different elements of energy in music. Even in hip hop, there's elements of jazz in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's elements of jazz in certain parts of drum and bass. Yeah. If you listen to the Ronnie Size album where he won the Mercury, that's basically jazz.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Do you know what I mean? What Cleveland Watkins does is jazz sort of drum and bass. Some of what Inja does, in a sense, you know what I mean? So there's all these different influences.
What do you think of like punk with punk and drum and bass?
Punk and bass?
Yeah, punk and bass.
You know what? I think I'm going to put two hats on. I don't really like punk or rock is not really my genre.
Yeah, mate, I'm with you on
unless
that.
It's Nirvana, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Lithium and all them tunes, I love that. But and some Stone Roses back in the day, there's bits I like, innit?
Yeah.
There's bits I like, but it's not my genre.
Yeah.
But I can see that there would be a lot of people who would like those two things being combined, just in the same way that people would like rock and rap to be combined, because there's a lot of kids who like both genres.
Doesn't Tom McDonald do that?
Oh, that brother, he's back.
Yeah. You don't like him, do you?
I'm not a fan of Tom McDonald. Hope I don't get all the hate I got for the other one.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. But he's kind of put rock and hip hop together.
To me, that is a rock hip hop act. You had it back in the day, Limp Bizkit, and even there's an even bigger band, man. Oh, I can't think what they called it. The loads of stuff with Jay-Z. I can't think what they called.
Did you see that documentary, the 3-part documentary about Limp? Was it about that festival that Limp Bizkit done? And there was a series on. It was
not like the Fire Festival. That was the Jar.
No, Fire was when the festival never happened. No, there was actually one where Limp Bizkit were They're doing that rolling. Is that them? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Limp Bizkit. I might be wrong, but there was a 3-part documentary series.
Yeah.
And it was about basically a festival over the weekend. And what happened is basically the kids were so hyped up on the group that they just end up wrecking the place, setting the whole festival alight. And brother, it's a really good watch. You know what I mean? But they were just pumped. Do you know what I mean? And there was all sorts of madness going on. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So
but you know what, man? We might as well wrap this one up. We've got Shabadini coming in soon, man.
Yeah, bootlegs in D&B. Bootlegs. Well, bootlegs in music, really, isn't it?
We've gone a bit deeper, man. Yeah. But in D&B, yeah, man, I'm all for it, to be honest, man. I think it works well.
It's to me, it's a DJ tool.
Yeah, it's a good DJ
That's
tool.
the way I look at it. Do you know what I mean? Man. So, yeah, I love it. So, so basically our acapellas will be up online so you can bootleg them. But yeah, man.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Yeah. If you're someone out there and you think, it's too much bootlegs, I just want to hear more of this or more of that. Or I love the bootlegs. I want more of it. I want to hear different genres coming into the D&B scene. I love it.
That's a good one. That's a good question. What genres do you want to hear in drum and bass? Like what do you want manipulated as drum and bass? So watch out for punk and bass coming soon.
Punk and bass, you know.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Anarchy in the UK, that one, trust me.
Yeah, that's wait a minute. Didn't we do a song years ago, Anarchy? Yeah, we did.
That was a bit rocky.
That was a bit rocky, isn't it?
That was a bit rocky.
Yeah, go back and check the Harry Shotter Show album, yeah. Shameless plug. But anyway, listen, big love to everybody. This is SaSaS, Life and Laughter. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all the usual shizzle. Peace.
SaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Don't know it heavy. The best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes. SaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Don't know it heavy. The best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes.